Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We are back into WatcherOfRealms and I wanted to go over what's apparently coming soon. Say soon, it's all relevant I suppose. So this is my drop from Gear Aid 3. As you can see, there's a new material in there. These are one of the materials you need to craft the new mythic sets. So this is where they're now dropping from. They're dropping in the Gear Aids 1, 2 and 3, stages 19, 20 and 21. So if you're there, then you'll be able to get these. So how many of them actually drop? These are a couple of runs I did on Gear Aid 3. So my first 100 runs, I got 22 of each. My next 100 runs, I got 22 and 33. And then I did a shorter run, 46 runs, and I got a 10 and a 13. So that meant on average I was getting half a forged material per run on stage 19. So that does differ depending on the stages you go to. So we'll have a look at those in a second and see what happens there. But that's essentially where I've ended up. And I've only done, it's just under 250 runs. So it's not the most ideal large scale numbers that you can have a look at. But I mean, it's a start, so you have a rough idea. So this is from the Forerunner server. So this is roughly what it looks like there. I would imagine it looks much the same. So at the bottom underneath Gear Aid 3 is Gear Dungeons or Gear Aid 4. It ran for a week and then it had a 21-day recycle. So whether that's 1 week in 4, I don't know. But now if we have a look at stage 19 Gear Aid 1, we can see they've added on 3 to 6 of the forge materials that you can get at stage 19. Now they've just been added on recently, so that is a new part of the forge. So stage 20 now does 4 to 8 pieces and stage 21 does 5 to 10. So the higher up you go, the more forged materials you get. Whether the frequency of the drops is better or not, I don't know. So that's just something to be aware of. So for me, it was half a material per run is what it averaged out at. You don't get them every single run. Let's have a look at the forge itself. Again, go to champions, go to gear, and then down on just below the gear there is the foundry piece. So once we click on that, that takes us to the forge, and then we can see on the left hand side we've got sanguine fabric, which does our 2 pieces, and then underneath that we've got our smouldering scales, which does our 3-piece set of, there's 4 3-piece sets. There we go. So that's what we're doing, but there does seem to be a lot of space underneath them. 2-piece set is Wicked Vengeance, and the healer set Light's Grace, and then on the 3-piece set we've got Morale, which I do really want to try out. I want to see if that 4% bonus damage is actually worth it, or how that actually works. Then we've got the first of our tanking pieces, Unshakable Will, and then we've got our DPS piece, Hell's Lamont, and then after that we've got our other tank piece as well, which is a damage reduction type scenario. So I've got a couple of pieces, so we may as well forge them and see what actually happens. You can forge them up in 10s. I've never saved up enough materials to do that. There's the first piece, so that might roll okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, now first DPS left hand slot. Light's Grace weapon, that's for the healer set, so we'll see how that goes, and we'll have a play around with these sets later and see which ones actually work and how they actually do anything. There's the breastplate for it as well. Again, I haven't seen, the chances on it are really slim. I don't know if you can forge ancient stuff, I don't know, I've never seen one, so just to be aware of that. I've never seen one, but it doesn't mean that it can't be done. Now the other interesting thing is down the left hand side there's a lot more space down there, so whether they're adding on later or not, I don't know. Moving on to the first of the 3-piece, or the right hand side bit, says Tempered Wheel Ring, and I don't know what I'm getting or if the stats are any good. It'll be a long time before I get anything with any good stats, or once you've got the good stats, whether it rolls particularly well either. So we'll see how that goes, but I should get some at least weakish sets hopefully, and we'll be able to try them out to see how they actually run and how they actually work. So defense bonus and damage reduction, so that's not all bad. Then we've got flat HP and flat defense, so not fantastic, but At least it's a step in the right direction. At least one piece came out of it all right. So let's have a look at any sets that I've got. Start up here and let's have a look at the left hand side. So Light's Grace I have actually got fitted to one of my healers, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't fully tested it out yet. And then don't know if I've got a full set of Wicked Vengeance. Yeah, don't know if I've got a full set. Yeah, so I've got a full set of Wicked Vengeance. I might see how that plays and see what it actually does. We'll have a little play test of that. And then on the right hand side, I don't even know if I've got anything yet. Tempered Will, yes, yes. Oh, yes. So we can chuck it on and see what that set does. We'll have a look at that later on in the week. And then, no. Right, happy days. That's not going anywhere then. So nothing on the DPS 3-piece. Now, the other tank piece. Yes, yes, yes. So you might be able to have some joy. Now, moral, no. And no, so that looks like it's going to be quite some way off. I don't think I'll get anything there, but I don't think you need any good stuff. Now, bear in mind, to get onto the gear, the gear dungeon, you should apparently have cleared stages 18 of gear raid 1, 2 and 3. That's the requirement. So as long as you've done that, when the gear raid drops, you'll be able to go into it. To get to gear raid stage 3, you probably want some form of anti-healing on there, and then you can start collecting up these mats. So just a little guide to see what's coming. I hope you're all well, and I hope you've done better in your summons than I did on mine, because mine were terrible. But I'll see you all in a video again soon, and we'll start play testing out some of these sets and see what happens. Thanks very much for your time. If you could leave me a thumbs up and a subscribe, it would be helpful. Cheers and goodbye.